Hey, it's Neil Waterhouse, and today I want to talk about why, if you have an eBay business, you should at least consider opening up one or more spare eBay accounts. The first reason is insurance, or peace of mind for a better word. The same reason we have car insurance, just in case, what if something goes wrong with your main eBay account? What if something unforeseen happens, you suddenly get a run of negative feedbacks or defects? Approximately 40% of all eBay buyers will leave feedback, and the other 60% simply won't leave any feedback at all. Most eBay buyers do the right thing, and if and when they leave feedback, the feedback they leave is normally positive. However, some buyers may be having a bad hair day, had an argument with a spouse, or something could be wrong with the product, and they'll simply leave a negative feedback. If and when this happens, and it happens to us all, we sellers will do everything we can to have the feedback reversed. However, this does not always work, and sometimes the customer will refuse to remove the feedback no matter what. This happens to every seller over time, and it simply comes down to the law of averages. And eBay knows the average, and they expect every professional eBay seller to get negative feedbacks and defects. Normally for most eBay sellers, out of all their transactions, they'll get less than 2% negative feedbacks and less than 2% defects. However, we all know there's somebody out there called Mr. Murphy, and sometimes, unfortunately, things happen which obviously can be out of our control. For these things, we need to have some sort of insurance. The simplest solution is to always have a spare eBay account or multiple eBay accounts. The spare eBay account simply sits around collecting dust, and it's simply there ready if you need it. And you can use it for multiple things, as I'll show you. If you set up spare eBay accounts, use them initially to purchase items only. This way you can rack up some positive feedback from all the items you purchase. And the spare account, it's only used for purchasing items, and therefore can only receive positive feedback. As back in 2014, eBay stopped sellers from being able to leave negative feedback. If something goes wrong with your main eBay account, or you suddenly get too much negative feedback, you can immediately shut down those listings and move the listings to the spare account. After 12 months, all the negative feedback will automatically drop off, and you can again start selling on the original main account. The advantage of opening a spare eBay account sooner than later is the gaining of history, and the history comes in two parts. First is the date you open the spare account, i.e. today or 6 months ago, whatever. And buyers prefer to purchase from accounts that were not open this month. And the second advantage of opening a spare account sooner than later is you can start racking up some positive feedback now from purchasers. Buyers prefer to purchase from sellers who have at least 20 feedback, preferably more. The more feedback you have, the more social proof you have. However, any over 100 doesn't make a huge difference. To accumulate feedback on the spare account, simply start purchasing items which you would normally be purchasing from other locations like the shopping mall, etc. Also, get your spouse and kids to use the spare account to purchase items. There's no need to go and spend money that you weren't going to spend anyway. I just went, instead of driving to the local mall to purchase, say, office supplies, birthday presents, knickknacks around the house, etc., consider purchasing them through your spare eBay account. Very often with eBay, of course, there's a better range and normally cheaper, and they'll get delivered to your door. You'll also get the added bonus of getting feedback to your account. A point to note though is that if you've been suspended by eBay for any reason, including repeatedly breaking the rules, or you have a defect rating greater than 5%, a spare eBay account in your name may not help you, as eBay can block all the accounts. Another reason why I like to have multiple eBay accounts is so that I can run each business separately with separate financials. For instance, our import business is totally separate from the dropshipping business, and also the overseas business are also totally separate. They all have their own separate accounts. The third reason to have multiple eBay accounts is simply so you can sell off eBay niche businesses. If you have an eBay account which sells anything and everything, you can take out all of a particular niche, say gardening, and then put it into your spare eBay account, and then you can simply rename the spare eBay account, get a graphic artist to create a new logo, listing template, etc. to match the niche, and bingo, you have a new saleable eBay business. There are a ton of buyers out there who prefer to pay a premium, buy an existing eBay business rather than building one themselves from scratch. That's all for this week, but please, if you're running an eBay business and do not have a spare backup account, please stop what you're doing now and create one. It will only take you less than 5 minutes, and it'll cost you nothing, and I'm sure it'll give you great peace of mind. That's all for this week. If you're watching this video anywhere else besides my blog, please come over to neilwaterhouse.com for more eBay hints, tips and goodies. Please give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. I don't mind either way. Please click on the share buttons below. Everybody loves a share. Please leave a comment below and let me know, what you're up to. Let me know you're alive. Until next week, list more, sell more. This is Neil Waterhouse.